We can get underway. Rightio, we got the timekeeper. You just called time on. Rightio, time on. Ball's gone in. It's come out the front with Katie Grimman. Grimman snaps it down out of the front of the line on her way down to the goal scoring area. Katie Grimman slams and ball's been kicked and went forward. We'll wait for the decision of the umpire. Looks like it'll be a Katie Grimman ball. Grimman's got the ball, copping plenty, and been taken out over the line by Sydney Johnson. This is Johnson to take the free throw. Sid Johnson, one of the leading ladies in Queensland. This is Sydney Johnson. Oh, copping plenty from Grimman, but she's equal to the task. This is Sydney Johnson to go downtown now to link up over the line with Jess Hagedorn. Johnson, she's got the ball. She's a pretty safe lady, this girl, when she's got the ball. This is Sydney Johnson. Trying to get a nice link up with her number one in Jess Hagedorn. Hagedorn's been hard marked down there by Sam Allen. Sydney Johnson, I tell you what, everyone's doing their job out here. Sydney Johnson, she'll just want to make sure of this. Sydney Johnson, it's been unloaded on this occasion. I had my eyes down on Jess Hagedorn, so I didn't quite see what happened, but this is Sam Allen across to Sarah Owens. Owens riding the young horse called Gallagher. Sarah Owens, he can sit up this horse. Owens slammed him into the ground. And going forward to link up over the line. Oh, that's Sydney Johnson's doing a big job down there. She shut the gate one more time. Johnson does a nice turn back. This is Sarah Owens with the ball. Owens puts a beautiful pass in, but it went to ground. Grimman goes down. She can't handle it. Sydney Johnson comes back up with it. Sydney Johnson. And this is the second time she's brought one out of the area. Sydney Johnson. Katie Grimman's all over her, and Johnson will be just wanting to set things up. This time she slams, regathers. Johnson's been left on her own. Johnson, I'll tell you what, if she can get out of this, she's doing well. Sydney Johnson, Sarah Owens put a big hit on her, but she's equal to the task. Johnson taking it down. She'll be wanting to get this over the line to Jess Hagedorn, and puts a big high one, and didn't quite go to plan for Sydney. She did all the good work down there, and she's brought it out of the area twice. This will be Sam Allen. Allen just puts a little dribbly one in for herself. Comes up with it. This is Sam Allen. Allen does a nice little turn on the grey. Jess Hagedorn's all over her. And they try this one more time. This is Sarah Owens. Owens now. Got to try and get it down to Katie Grimman. Katie Grimman's got her hands full down there. Katie Grimman puts it in. Oh, it's been taken. This will be the third time. No, it won't. Grimman's picked it up. Grimman, this time, puts it between the posts. Just a little bit lucky there. Sydney Johnson nearly had the third ball come out of there. Some big play by Johnson. As they go back to the far side of the field, it took a fair while to get that first goal. Tansey went down there 3 times, and finally they got one. Ball's gone in, it's come out. Who's got it? Sam Allen. Allen just pulls up on the grey. It's wanting to steady it down. Sam Allen. Allen in hot pursuit. I tell you what, she's copping plenty, but she's equal to it. Sam Allen. Allen now. Got to get around here. Sam Allen puts her brakes on the pony. And Katie Grimman this time, she takes it. Katie Grimman. Sydney Johnson's doing a good job. It's a big part of her game, Sydney Johnson. She loves marking up. Sydney Johnson and Katie Grimman in the area. And Katie Grimman slides off her and puts it between the PVC. Takes it on to 2-0. Got a 2-0 scoreline. As they come back to the commentary side. Jess Hagedorn Ball's gone in, it's gone out the back. Who's got the better of the term? It's Sam Allen had it, but she lost it, but then she got it again. Sam Allen cops a good hit off Tori Neal. And this time the girls are slowly, they took a little bit of time to settle in, but now they're starting to put a little bit together. Two very experienced girls down in there, and Katie Grimmon and Sydney Johnson. Oh yeah, I think we got weather like Melbourne at the moment. It sort of drizzles and goes, and it's back raining again. This is Katie Grimmon. Sydney Johnson shuts the gate. Got a 2-0 score. Sydney Johnson up against Katie Grimmon. Grimmon, she'll be wanting to make sure of this Katie Grimmon. Just steadying it down, around the back she goes, out the side she goes, between the posts she goes. Takes them on to 3. 3 goals to 0. And the two gentlemen taking control of this game, all the way from Adelaide and Narracourt, and Mr. David Heineman. Ball's gone out the back. Who's got the better of the turn? Oh, couldn't quite pick it. I'll tell you what. What about the pick up by Neal? Neal, oh, copping plenty, but she's equal to the task, Tori Neal. Tori Neal, oh, she put it there, but it wasn't quite ready for it. Allen hits it. It might. We'll just wait for a decision of our umpire. Must have been off the chest of the horse. Jess Hagedorn and Sam Allen. Ball goes in, out the back it goes. Waiting for see who comes up with it. Oh, Allen just rode straight over the top of it. She'll be a bit disappointed in herself, Sam Allen. She doesn't often ride over him. She rode one over the line, then one here. She'll be disappointed in that, Sam. Done all the good work. This has given Jess Hagedorn her first opportunity to put the number 1 down on the scoreboard for the Tara crew. Jess Hagedorn, Sam Allen, and this time, between the posts. Got a 3-1 scoreline. Got a 3-1 scoreline. Umpire Drew Gurney. Laying the law down, the big fella. Ball's gone in, it's gone out the back. Who's got the better of the turn? Is it Johnson? Is it Allen? Is it Johnson? Johnson, no, it's Allen. Allen, and is that time? And that's time. That's time, thank you. At the end of the first chucker, we got a scoreline of 3 goals to 1. Tansey over Tara 1. Leading them off for Tara, we have Jess Hagedorn, Tori Neal, and their experienced player out the back in Sydney Johnson. Sorry, Benny. And just pick these girls up as they come out. Letitia Payton out the back. Yes. Ebony Sheriff's in the middle. And it'll be Kylie Russell up the front, I would say. Rightio, waiting for a nice straight line. Ball's gone in, it's gone out the back. Who's got the better of the turn? I can't quite see. There's a big Beth Hafey. She's come up with it. This is Beth Hafey on the mare they call Porsche. Beth Hafey. She's picks it up out the back, does a nice little turn on Porsche, waiting to get down there to her sister and Laura. Laura pulls it down but couldn't quite handle it. It beats her out over the sideline. This is Letitia Payton. Letitia Payton now slams, regathers. Just try and wait and try and pick it up. I just got a bit of a frame in front of me. This is Letitia Payton. Letitia Payton, she's getting heavily marked by Sarah Monorati. And she's in all sorts of bother there. No, she's not. It's she gets back out of that. And Laura Hafey comes and jumps onto the shoulder of Letitia Payton. Can she push through there? She's going to be in a little bit of traffic when she gets there. And, beautiful takedown. Kylie Russell. Lovely goal. Great bit of work by Kylie Russell. Took a beautiful takedown. The Tara girls, 3 goals to 2. Got a 3-2 scoreline. Beth Hafey pulls it down out of the back. This is Beth Hafey again with the ball. 2 for 2 so far. Beth Hafey puts the brakes on the pony. And Sarah Monorati just waiting for Laura Hafey to get there. This time they go. She puts one in. Laura Hafey pulls that one down. Just steadying things down now. Laura Hafey on her way to the goal post, and she'll slot it straight between there. Takes them on to 4 goals to 2. God, this rain. Between the ambulance and the rain. 4-2. Just not game enough to go outside in case I grow. There's too much water. Waiting for a straight line. Ball's gone in. It's gone out the back. Who's got the better of the turn? Beth Hafey. Lovely pick up. Beth Hafey. Out she goes. Across to her sister and Laura Hafey. And a quick goal. 3 for 3 for Beth Hafey. Five goals to 2. And a 5-2 scoreline. Waiting for a straight line. Ball's gone in. It's gone out the back. Beth Hafey left eye set on this. Oh, couldn't quite handle it. Oh, Sarah Monorati. I thought she had it, but it's been left there. No, they've all left it behind. They go down, and down it goes. And just wait for the whistle. Time off. All right, takes it and lines it up. I think there was too many people stopped on the ball by the sounds of it. Waiting for a straight line. Umpire. Ball comes in. Beth Hafey's got her eye set on this. This time she goes out, gets another one. Beth Hafey comes up with it, puts the brakes on the pony. As the rain comes tumbling down. Beth Hafey just trying to link up over the line with Laura Hafey. This time Laura Hafey's there, set, takes it down, puts the brakes on the pony. Laura Hafey ducks in around, dances against Letitia Payton. And out the side she goes, and a quick goal. 6-2. 6 goals to 2. Waiting for a nice straight line from the big man himself in Drew Gurney. Waiting for a straight line. Ball's going in, it's gone out the back. Oh, it come out of Sarah Monterati's stick, and they've all gone down there. Who's going to come up with it? Beth Hafey's got her eyes. Morati's lost the stick. Beth Hafey's come up with it. Beth Hafey, out she goes now, and puts it across to Laura Hafey. Laura Hafey pulls it down. Goal time. 7. It hit the stick of Sarah Monterati. That one, it was that powerful, it took the stick clean out of her hand. 7-2. Waiting for a nice straight line. Ball's going in, it's going out. Beth Hafey pulls another one down. Beth Hafey's just got to try and get it down to her sister and Laura Hafey. Laura Hafey now on the way, pulls this one down. Laura just steadying things down. Just likes to dance around in front. Laura Hafey. And out the side she goes, and another quick goal. 8-2, 8 goals to 2. Hope it stops soon. Right, an 8-2. You should be used to this weather. 8-2, out the ball, out the back it goes. Who's got the bet? It's Beth Hafey one more time. Beth Hafey. Out she goes, up against Laura. And over the line she goes, and a quick goal. 9-2. We go back to the far side. Ball's going in, it's gone out the back. Who's got this one? Beth Hafey on the offhand pickup. Beth Hafey's got this one, checks up and now got a link up with her sister and Laura. And comes across now, puts a pass across. Laura Hafey pulls that one down. Just got a tangle with Letitia Payton now. Letitia Payton. And just waiting to see what happens. She likes to do the little duck and dive here. Around the side she goes. Out the side she goes, and a quick goal. 10-2. Waiting for her as they come back to the commentary side. Ball's going in, it's gone out in the middle. Oh, lovely take out the back by Letitia Payton. Payton now got the ball. She's got to try and get it down the other end. And tell you what, she's going to be in a little bit of hurt here in a minute. Sarah Monterati's all over. They're all coming at her. Sarah Monterati on the grey. Beth Hafey decides to leave. Laura Hafey now comes back to help Sarah Monterati. This is Laura Hafey with Letitia Payton. Now they got to try and link up over the line with Kyle Russell. Russell couldn't quite handle that, and that's time. That's time. At the end of that one, we got a scoreline of 10 goals to 2. 10-2 scoreline. Don't know if we need any water on these two fellas. They're two big men. It's like to wish everyone a safe trip home. We'll get straight into the presentations as soon as the completion of play. We will be starting straight away, and I will get through it very quickly because I know what it's like for everyone to drive home. So we will get presentations done very quickly. Only a short drive for Drew Gurney. 23 hours, he said, driving. So we'll try and get you away really quickly. Just like to thank Mike Williams for all his work that he's done over the weekend. And also all the people that brought their juniors here Thank you. We very much appreciate the junior competition. It's a good little showcase for the juniors, and throughout Queensland, it's juniors haven't been getting really played a lot, so it was very good to see a good junior competition. So I really appreciate the parents that supported the junior competition. Rightio, we got some plenty of talent coming back out here now. Katie Grimman, Sarah Owens, and out the back, Sam Allen. Timekeeper on, time's on, ball's gone in, Katie Grimman pulls one out of the front of the line. Chip kicks it across to Sarah Owens, but it hits the ground, and Jess Hagedorn, she comes and picks it up. Jess, she just needs an opportunity. She chip kicks it back over to her partner in crime, and no, I just lost it there for a sec behind the scorekeeper. This is Sydney Johnson. She brought a bit of ball out of the area before Sydney Johnson. Had a pretty solid game. This is Sydney Johnson. Sydney Johnson, she'll be wanting to make sure of this, Sid. Sydney Johnson just does a nice little turnaround. Johnson says, come on, let's go. Puts a lovely pass in. Oh, good pass. Straight to the racket of Jess Hagedorn. Sydney Johnson, she did all that work. She's had a pretty solid game so far, Sydney Johnson. Jess Hagedorn, and away she goes, and goal time. Put that goal down to Sydney Johnson. As they go back to the far side of the field. Ball's going in, it's gone out the back. Johnson, she's got first call on it. Sydney Johnson. Out there she goes. Johnson on her way down to the goal scoring area. Sam Allen's been taken right out. Johnson pulls it down over the line to Hagedorn. Hagedorn straight between the posts. Sydney Johnson said, let's get this going again. And just waiting for a straight line. Ball's gone in, it's gone out the back. Oh, Allen, she's pulled that one down. Sam Allen on the grey pony. Sam Allen, she'll just want to make sure this does a nice little turn on the grey. Oh, chops back again. Sam Allen just got to try and link up over the line with Katie Grimman. Puts a lovely pass straight into the racket of Katie Grimman. Nice bit of work by Sammy Allen. Now Grimman. She's got to tangle with one of the best. Grimman. She'll be wanting to make sure of this Katie Grimman. Out the side she goes. Oh, Sydney Johnson. And no goal. Katie Grimman will be a little bit disappointed in that one. Johnson. She's about to clear the area. Sid Johnson. She'll want to take this down herself, and just bounced at the wrong time on her. Sarah Owens is there to pick the scraps up. Owens. She'll be wanting Katie Grimman to get in the area and make sure of this one. And I tell you what, she nearly got herself into a little bit of bother, but she got out of there. Sarah Owens, this time it's on, is it? No, it's not. Sarah didn't like the look of it. Sarah Owens didn't like the look of that one either. This time she might like the look of it. Great bit of work by Sarah Owens. And puts it between the posts, Katie Grimman. 11 goals to 4. Good bit of work by Sarah Owens. She wanted to make sure of it. No worries. Rightio. Just waiting for the straight line. As I said, the presentation will be underway straight away with the champion boy, girl, men player, and lady player. This is Sammy Allen. Out the back she goes. Sam Allen on the grey. Puts a nice pass across to Grimmin. Grimmin between the goalposts. These two sections have been pretty close, these two. As they come in, waiting for a nice straight line. Ball's going in. Oh, Tori Neal. Jess Hagedorn. I think she'll eat this one up. Hagedorn, she's got this one. She's, and I think Sydney Johnson said, "I'll give it here to me." And Sid should come back. Oh, no, she didn't. Hagedorn's come back up with it. Jess Hagedorn, she said, "I'll just pin the ears and go, Sid." She pins them down. Hagedorn slams, regathers, puts the brakes on the pony. And Hagedorn, round the back she goes. The goalpost will open up for her, and a quick goal. A quick goal to the Tara girls. They're on the fight back. 12 goals to 5. 12 goals to 5. Waiting for a nice straight line. Hagedorn comes in. The ball, it's about to come in and out. It hits Sam Allen and out Sam Allen's side it go. Oh, Allen couldn't quite handle that one. This time it's whistle on, carried over unfortunately for Jess Hagedorn. She did all the good work. This will be a Sam Allen ball. Sam Allen to take the free throw. Sam Allen pops that one up for herself. Oh, she got a shocker of a bounce and it ran away from her. This will be, oh no, she's got it back. Sam Allen lets the little pony gallop downtown. She's got free now. And this is Katie Grimmin up against Sid Johnson. Johnson's, as I said, she's a very defensive three. She's probably one of the toughest defensive threes you'll come across. Sydney Johnson and up against Katie Grimmin. Grimmin couldn't quite handle that one. The pass was pretty good. And Grimmin just had a bit of a snap at it and the ball got flicked back in. And whistle on. Umpires were both right on the job down there. Oh, well, one umpire, I should say. Might have thought Matty was the other one. This is Sid Johnson. She's had a good solid game, this young lady. Oh, puts up, what about the take by Hagedorn. Sid Johnson put a nice big pass straight into the racket and she's in a little bit of bother. She's got a chip kick it in. And oh, I tell you what. No, whistle on. She would have did well if she could have snuck through there. This is Sam Allen. Sammy Allen does a nice, and that's time. That's time. Put your hands together. They're pretty even, those two sections. Leading them off for Tara. You got Jess Hagedorn, Tori Neal, and the Queensland captain in Sydney Johnson. For the Tansey girls, you got Katie Grimmin, Sarah Owens in the 2 spot, and out the back, Sammy Allen. Right, one chucker to go here, and then we got the final. So we'll try and blow through this really quickly for you. Okay, the ball's going in. It's been taken out of the middle of the line by Sarah Monorati. Monorati now, she goes downtown to link up over the line with Laura Hafey. She decides to get out of there. Laura Hafey now got to try and get over the line and get herself set, waiting for Sarah Monorati. Sarah Monorati will put the brakes on. They'll just want to make sure of this one. Laura Hafey pulls that one down. Laura Hafey, and it'll be free goal. Free goal, Tansey. This will be Beth Hafey to take the free throw. Puts a little one out for herself. Got a shocker of a bounce, but she got it back. Pulls the brakes on the pony. Comes in around. Got a link up over the line with Laura Hafey. Laura Hafey pulls it down. Just steadying things down, Laura. She'll be just wanting to make sure of them. Puts the brakes on the bay pony. There's a little duck and a dive. And out the side she goes, and a quick goal. 14 goals to 5. We have a few Tansey members running around free. If they could start pulling the goalpost down, please. Waiting for a nice straight line. Ball's going in, it's going out the back. Who's got the better of the turn? Beth Hafey. Oh, she nearly had it. Sarah Monorati, she'll get first chop at it. Oh, they've all left it down. Comes up with it. Crunching tackle. Kylie, she's up. Beth Hafey puts her right out over the sideline. They've dropped the ball. It's out loose on the ground. It's underneath the whole lot of them, and going fighting down for it. And who's going to come up with it? There's rackets going in there everywhere. I can't see, and I think, who's this? Kylie Russell's got it. Russell, she's running into all sorts of traffic. Kylie Russell now, she's got a tangle with Beth Hafey. Beth Hafey puts plenty at her, and another one, and ran into Sarah Monorati. She done a good hit, and unfortunately for Letitia Payton, she picked it up and flicked it out over the sideline. I'll tell you what, that was a big hit by Sarah Monorati. This will be a Beth Hafey to take the free throw. Beth Hafey puts it straight into the racket of Sarah Monorati. And takes the, Sarah Monorati goes down. Beth Hafey will take the player in the back. Sarah Monorati takes it down to link up over the line to Laura Hafey. Laura Hafey pulls that one down, puts the brakes on the bay mare. And this time she gets charging around the front, and a quick goal. $15 goals to 5. Just waiting for Laura Hafey to come back into the line. Ball's going in, it's going out the back. Beth Hafey had it. She picks it up out of the dirt. Now, Beth Hafey got to get down and link up over the line with Laura Hafey. And this one should just chip straight in. Puts the brakes on the pony. Laura Hafey up against Letitia Payton. And round the side she goes, and a quick goal. 16 goes, 16-5. A 16-5 scoreline as they come back into the far side of the field. Ball's going in, it's going out the back. Beth Hafey takes it out of the line, and this time she'll travel down around Letitia Payton. Laura Hafey's out in front where she should be, pulls that one down, and a quick goal. 17. If we've got any Tansey members, if they can start pulling some goalposts down, please. Just like to thank all the girls that supported the women's competition. Ball's going in, it's been taken out by Sarah Monterati out of the line. Sarah, she's just got to try and link up down over with Laura Hafey, and she'll put the brakes on a little bit. They're just waiting to team up here. And this time, puts a pass straight in. Puts the brakes on the pony. Just got to dance. And big hit by Letitia Payton. But anyway, it opened up and a quick goal. I think it's 18. Yes, I can answer that. I can answer that one. Ball's going in. It's been taken out of the front of the line. I'll just see who's got it. Laura Hafey. And, she flicked it straight into Kylie. Kylie's come up with it now. She's in all sorts of bother. Kylie, and wait and see what happens here. They're all, think it must be very close to a sideline. She's had to kick it back. She threw it straight into Beth Hafey. Beth Hafey flicks it over and changes the style of a stick there. And a bit of bad luck there for T. She had it and she flicked it back over. And this time gives it across to Laura Hafey. She pulls that one down. Just got to get around Letitia. One more time, around the side she goes and out the side she goes, and goal time she goes. 19, is it? Yep. Come on, the Tara girls. Just a bit low, I think, Joe. Just waiting for a nice straight line. The ball's gone in. It hit him on the top of the head and comes up with it. This time it's Letitia Payton, and she takes Beth Hafey on, but she had to turn out of there. And this is Letitia Payton. Lets the pony gallop down the side. She'll try to link up over with Kylie. And this time, I thought she was nearly going to let it go. Beth Hafey's there, and she's going to run into a little bit of trouble in here. She's ran into a lot of trouble. Big hit one more time by Sarah Monterati. She did that big a hit. She threw the stick away. Letitia Payton, she just ran into a little bit of trouble on the sideline. This will be a Beth Hafey ball. Beth Hafey to take the free throw. She got a shocker. This should be, no, it's going to be a Sarah Monterati. No, it's going to be a Beth Hafey ball. He picks it up. And that's time. Thank you. Put your hands together for that one. Tansey running out winners. I'd like to thank the two umpires. And now we'll keep moving.
Rightio, ladies and gentlemen, the Aussie Horse Boots Award for this game goes to Beth Hafey. Beth Hafey. Beth, if you could make your way up, please, to receive this award on behalf of Aussie Horse Boots. Congratulations, Beth.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Beth. You've won the Aussie Horse Boots Award for this game. Great game it was. Can you give us a bit of an outline about your horse?
She's by Star Brigadoon out of a double dock mare in Pandora that we own. Yeah, 9-year-old mare and great mare.
That's great, Beth. Obviously, you've had a great weekend here, taking out the win here. And obviously, the Aussie Horse Boots. Hope you have great luck with them. Good luck in the future. Thank you very much, Beth.
Thank you.
We'll be dropping back to 4 6-minute chuckers. 4 6-minute chuckers. It's a bit heavy going out there, and we want to protect our pony, so 4 6-minute chuckers. Rightio, about to get underway here in the main field. This is a Tansey 1 versus a Tansey 2 game. Both teams were in the A grade division and have come out winners. We have reduced the length of time for each chucker, so 4 6-minute chuckers. This will just help the ponies a little bit. It's heavy going out there after this bit of a shower we've had, so less wear and tear on each of the horses. So we've reduced to 4 by 6-minute chuckers. Now umpires officiating for this final game here. We have Matthew Johnson, Cameron Shepherd, both very experienced players. Rightio, Tansey 2 section lining up here now. Shane Gerke, James Green, Grant Wells, Dan Hafey, Chris Salito, Blake Wells out the back. Righto, action's on here now. First points, Dan Hafey, Tansey 1. Quick goal there to start it all off, Tansey 1. Tansey 1 point over Tansey 2-0 at this stage. At the start of the first chucker here as the umpire lines them up on the far side of the field. We've got umpire Cameron Shepherd, very experienced player and umpire. Umpire Shepherd waiting to get a nice straight line. Umpire Johnson unhappy with the way the threes are lined up. He's called them back. Bit of time off here. Time on. Umpire happy with the line up there now and throws the ball in. First onto it will be Grant Wells. Grant Wells on the little bay there. He ducks, he dives around the back of the pack there. He's heavily marked up there by Dan Hafey. Sees a little bit of an opening out in front. He tries to get to the head of the pack, trying to link up with his number 1 there and Shane Gerke. Passes on straight into Shane's waiting racket. Goal time. There it is, 1 apiece. Tansey 1 and Tansey 2 locked together. For Tansey 1, we have Dan Hafey, Chris Salito and Blake Wells. And for Tansey 2, we have Shane Gerke, James Green and Grant Wells. 2 Wells brothers against each other out the back of the line. Umpire Johnson happy with the lineup now and the ball's in. It's on the deck there now. Looks like Grant Wells has managed to snap that up. Grant there out there on the little bay. Heads around the front of the pack, links up with his number 1 and Jason Gerke, Shane Gerke straight for the goal post. He goes. Another one there for Tansey 2. So Tansey 2, 2 goals to 1 over Tansey 1. Early stages yet. As umpire Cameron Shepherd takes him across to the far side of the field. Waiting to get a nice straight line so he can throw that ball in. In it goes and snaps straight out of the front there. Shane Gerke, he's on fire at the moment. Little bounce. Unfortunately, it's not a clean regather. It's very difficult to get a bounce on this field here, especially after the bit of a shower we've had. And there it is, Blake Wells coming back out into the field of play. Little passes on, straight across there to Chris Salito. Chris is just steadying player down, looks up there to see where his number one is, Dan Hafey. He's right out in front where he wants him. Chris Salado steadily heading down towards the goal area, ducking one way then the other, trying to work out which is the best place to deliver this ball to. Passes on straight into Dan's waiting racket, straight out the side of his saddle. Rack another one up there at Tansey 1. So Tansey 1 are 2 and Tansey 2 are 2-2. Righto. Umpire Johnson. Happy with the line out there. Look at that, another snap by the old fella. Shane Gerke gets that little brown pony heading straight down towards the goal area. Right out in front of you is where he's supposed to be. A little bounce and regather. Almost. It's on the deck. Could be anybody's now. Is battling for it is Blake Wells. Blake Wells. Little passes on straight back to Salado. Same as last time. And there's Dan Hafey right out in front where he's supposed to be. Trying to work out which is the best way to deliver this ball. Chris Salado just steadying things in back play. Avoids a hit there from his opposing number 2. Little passes on straight into Dan Hafey. Hit his horse and bounced to the ground, but Dan's been able to regather and head straight back for the goalpost. Rack another one up there. Tansey 1. So Tansey 1 will be 3 and Tansey 2 will be 2. Umpire Shepherd taking control of things on the far side of the field. Getting a nice straight tunnel there. Happy with it now and the ball's in. It's on the deck again and they're rucking for it in the middle of the paddock there now, and it looks like it might be a Tansey 2 ball. Tansey 2 ball looking for his number 1, Shane Gerke. Shame's green it was. He got it back across to Shane, but unfortunately he was unable to gather it neatly in the first instance. But don't... Whistles on. We'll just wait the umpire's call on that one. Looks like it was an infringement against Tansey. So there it is. Goal back to Shane for Tansey 2. Another one for Tansey 2. Slight infringement there against the number 3 for the Tansey 1 section, Blake Wells. So Tansey 2 is sneaking up there. Nothing much in it at this stage. Rightio. Umpire Johnson. Unhappy with the line-up now. Right now. And the old fella snaps it out of the front of the line, but it looks like it might have gone back out over the side. Righto, out the back it goes. And Grant Wells, he's managed to snavel that ball there off his brother Blake. Grant on the bay. Under plenty of attention, copping plenty of attention there, and Dan Hafey has unloaded him, but it's gone into the goal area, and right there where it looks like it might be flirting with the back of the outs line there. So Shane Gerke's managed to recover that ball. Shane Gerke just steadying things down in the goal area. Little duck and a dive, trying to get around Blake Wells, very capable player Blake. Goes for a low one under the horse's neck and it bounces through the goalpost. The umpires are happy with that. So another one for Tansey 2. I think they've gone to the lead at the moment. And that'll be time, ladies and gentlemen. That'll be time. The first chucker, 4-3 to Tansey 2. 4-3 in favour of Tansey 2 over Tansey 1. Early stages, yet 3 more chuckers to go. We're having just 6-minute chuckers, as I've said before. It's heavy going out there for the horses. So we'll reduce the length of the chucker so they don't have to plough through that mud any longer than they need to. So the first sections have retired and we'll have our second sections coming out. I think Dan Hafey might be doubling up. Dan might be doubling up, so he'll have to change horses and before he gets back on the field. So here we have it, ladies and gentlemen. The number one, Tansey 1. We have Trent Collins, Dan Hafey, who's doubling up, Justin Hafey. In the number 2 section, Aaron Salado, Franklin Bettridge, Nathan Jones. Umpire calls time on. Happy with the line out there. The ball's in. Pluck straight out of the front there. Aaron Salado. Eyes like a hawk there. Trent Collins isn't real happy about it. But anyhow, Aaron's got that ball there now. He's trying to make his way downfield, so he offers to unload it straight to Nathan Jones. Nathan Jones on the buckskin there. He's had a wonderful weekend here. He just gets that pony settled nicely and heading straight down towards the goal there. He ducks, he dives, he gets in a bit of open space there. Looking to link up with his number 1 there. Little pass across, straight into his waiting racket there. Aaron Salado just steadying things. And he's heavily marked up there by Justin Hafey. Forward, back, jockeying for position. Got him out there in the devil's corner. Little duck and a dive, and Aaron sees a bit of a space out in front of him. He heads for the goalpost. Rack another one up there. Tansey 2. Time off there. We've lost a horse. We'll try and get away with our presentations as soon as the game is finished. This is the final here this weekend. We've got some wonderful trophies from lots of sponsors. We've been very fortunate to secure these sponsors. They've been looking after us over the last few years, and we've got some wonderful trophies to present to those who have won games and won special horse and rider awards. So please bear with us, and as soon as this game is over and as soon as we can, we'll get around to doing those presentations. Aussie Horse Boots have been wonderful for the player of the match. We've handed out lots of trophies, lots of their wonderful products over the weekend, and I'm sure they've got more sponsorship for the final presentations this afternoon. Now that the weather's fine up, we'll try and get a bit of tidying up done this afternoon. So any of you Tansey players who have completed your games and are able to, please help those who are assisting with the tidy up, the clearing of all the furniture out on the fields, the scoring apparatus and all the goal posts. Please help each other and get that stuff back to the container that it's stored in. We'll try and get that tidied up this afternoon as we can. Righto, umpires have returned to the field. We'll just be getting underway here in a minute. We've been very fortunate we didn't get more rain. It hasn't been able to stop play this weekend. We've had a couple of showers both days, and it wasn't enough to stop play. Just made it a bit uncomfortable for some of those games that were held while it was showering. However, there's been no falls or anything here on the main oval, so obviously it's a sound and safe ground to be playing on. So here, Aaron Slider's back in the force. About to restart. Time back on as umpire Cameron Shepherd takes them to the far side of the field to recommence play. Umpire Shepherd calling for a straight tunnel. Happy now and the ball's in. Gone down in the middle of the ruck and the whistle's on. Whistle's on. We'll wait and see what the infringement is to determine what happens out here. Looks like it might be an infringement. Number 1 for Tansey, 1. Trent Collins takes that ball, lobs it up to himself and regathers it nicely now. Just moves the little pony one way, then another, backwards, forwards, as he's heavily marked up down there by Grant Wells. Grant Wells on the bay. Trent on the brown. Working in backfield, thinks he might go for a high one, then decides to go for a low one, but never mind, it's gone straight through the goal post. So there's another one for Tansey 1. Righto, umpire Johnson happy with the lineup. The ball's in, straight out the back it goes. First on it will be Grant Wells. Grant Wells on the Nathan Jones it is on the bucks in. Nathan Jones, he's carrying downfield now. Pass goes across to his number 1. Number 1 and Aaron Salado. Aaron pushes for a position around the front of Justin Afey. Justin's got him well blocked up there. He tries to get him out of the Devil's corner. Aaron one way, then another. Gets a little brown pony settled. Duxie dives. He tries to get around the front and equal to the task. There it is. Another one for Tansey 2. Righto. Umpire Shepherd taking them across to the far side of the field. Score is 6-4. Tansey 2 over Tansey 1, 6-4. Ruckford in midfield there now. Looks like Nathan Jones might have it. Nathan Jones seems to have his finger into everything at the moment. Anyhow, the ball was dislodged out of his racket. It's on the deck now. Riders are riding on it, but Trent Collins is the first one to pick it up and manage to get it over the line into the goal area. It's been difficult to pick up, but he's managed to pick it up now. He ducks, he dives, he tries to get around Grant Wells. One way, then the other, and there it is. Straight back for the goal post he goes. Another one there for Trent. And Tansey 1. That's about 5-4. 6-5. 6-5 it is. Tansey's 2 still over Tansey 1. 6-5. Umpire Johnson waiting to get a line. One trying to get these threes in. And Nathan Jones snaps it out like a thief in the night, but he's heavily boxed in here. He's having all sorts of strife out there. It's put down. He's managed to pick it up again. Nathan Jones, he's having a cracker out here, but he's copping some but plenty as he gets a little passing straight in the waiting racket there of Aaron Salado, and another goal for Tansey too. What a great display of play there. Great display of pole across the number 3 there for the second side. Nathan Jones on the buckskin. He's won 2 awards this weekend for player of the match, and he's going pretty well here too. And he's got it again, but it was unloaded out of his racket. And jockeying forward is Trent Collins. Trent Collins, the number 1 from the first side. Trent Collins looking for someone to pass it to so he doesn't have to bounce and regather over the line. Justin Hafey carrying. Franklin Bentridge right up onto him. Giving him plenty there, trying to get the ball off out of Justin's racket. He ducks, he dives one way, then the other. Man, trying to give Franklin the slip here, but Franklin's equal to the task. Justin, he's just trying to get out of the way. Someone comes in to ride shotgun for him. He gets a little pass across the line to Trent Collins. Trent Collins, heavily marked up there by Nathan Jones. And that'll be time, ladies and gentlemen. That'll be time. So at the end of the second chukker, we have a score of 7 plays 5, and still Tansey 2 over Tansey 1. 7 plays 5. Tansey 2 over Tansey 1. Remember, we've reduced these chukkers to 4 6-minute chukkers. Heavy going out there after that bit of a shower before on the exposed ground, and it's just a little bit heavy going out there, so we've reduced the chukkers to 4 by 6-minute chukkers. We'll try and get underway with the presentations at the finish of this game here. This is the final here this afternoon, and we've got lots of wonderful trophies here that our sponsors have put up for the weekend. So we'll try and get away with the presentations with as least delay as possible so that we can get those trophies out and get you people safely on the road as soon as we can. Rightio, number 2 sections to meet up again. Number 1 sections, this will be the third chukker. So we've got Dan Hafey, Chris Salito and Blake Wells for Tansey 1. And for Tansey 2, we've got Shane Gerke, James Green and Grant Wells. Okay, umpire Johnson officiating here on the near side of the field. Calls time on. Waits till the lineup's nice and straight. In the ball goes, and straight into the waiting racket there, Shane Gerke. But he's been unloaded, and next on it will be Dan Hafey. Dan Hafey, he's going lickety-split down there for the sideline, for the goal line. Little bounce, and he's been able to regather it successfully now. Head straight for the goal post. Hasn't got much room to work with. Goal time. Quick one there for Dan Hafey. Just closing the gap. There's only 2 in it, I think. Probably only 1 in it now. Tansey 2, we're just ahead of Tansey 1, but they're closing the gap as we speak. Umpire Shepherd, happy with the line out now and the ball's in. Into the middle of the ruck it goes. Difficult to pick up there in the muddy conditions, but Trent Collins, make no mistake about it, he's got it. However, he was just unloaded by Dan Hafey. Dan Hafey heading straight down towards the goal area. Little pass straight across to his waiting racket. Straight to the goal post it goes. Another one to Tansey 1. So there it is. That's probably equal at this stage, about 7 apiece. Umpire Johnson happy. Lines up straight. Into the ruck it goes. Blake Wells has got that ball there now, looking for his number 1 and Dan, right in his hip pocket, straight for the goal post he goes. Rack another one up there for Tansey 1. Tansey 1, that'll be 8 over 7, Tansey 1 over Tansey 2. Umpire Shepherd lining them up on the far side of the field. He's happy with the scrum there now, and ball's in. It's on the deck. Could be anybody's as they ruck for it in midfield. Looks like Dan Hafey's meant to snavel that up. He's going by himself. Might be arc enough to get a bounce, and he did, and get straight for the goalpost. Rack another one up there for Tansey 1. That'll put them to 9, I think it is, over 7. Nine over 7. So Tansey 1 just sneaking to the lead at the moment. Just a little over halfway through this game, and Tansey 1 are coming back 9 over 7. Umpire happy with the line out, ball's in. Number 3 spin for it. The first on it will be Blake, but unfortunately he's unable to reach it. It looks like Chris Salito that might have it though. Just steadying play down, looking for his number 1. Number 1, there he is, Dan Hafey, right out in front where he should be. Gets a little pass across to Dan, sitting on the roan pony there. He spins that ball around so it's more comfortable in his racket. Just taking things nice and steady down there, Dan Hafey. Dan Hafey, Grant Wells. Grant on the bay. Dan tries to get around the front of him, and unfortunately, Grant's been able to withhold him from getting that goal. So that will be ball back to Grant Wells to bring it out of the area. Having tried for the goal, Dan missed it, so Grant will bring it out at the 30-yard line. Grant to restart play now. Lobs one up for himself. Was lucky enough not to get a bounce at all, but managed to regather nicely. So Grant's heading off on the bay. And right beside him, lickety-split Dan Hafey's trying to get that ball out of his racket. A little pass across to his number 1, and there it is. Another goal for Tansey 2. Another one for Tansey 2. So that'll be 9 plays 8. 9 plays 8. Tansey 1 still with a little edge over Tansey 2. Third chukker. Rightio, umpire Shepherd taking them to the far side of the field. Waiting to get a nice straight line, a tunnel down the middle so he can throw the ball in. In it comes, and out the back it goes amongst the 3s. It's on the deck. It's on the deck. The 3s are ridden over. The 2s are ridden over. Shane Gerke don't ride over. Shane's got that ball there now, the number 1 for the second side of Tansey. Passes it back to his green. Little pass back over the line to Shane Gerke. He stops, he props, he turns a little brown pony around. He heads straight back for the goal, but he's well covered there. Well covered there by Blake Wells. Blake Wells got him covered nicely. Shane Gerke just taking it nice and steady now. Thinking about his next move, his next best move, what to do, where to go. Shane Gerke just steadying things down. One way, then the other, thinking about going over the top, thinking about going underneath, thinking about going round the left, thinking about going round the right. Just not sure which way to go because he's well marked up down there by Blake Wells. All the time in the world. Just steadying play down, trying to work out what Blake's thinking about. One way, then the other. The old gun against the young gun. Little stop and a prop. There he goes. Blake couldn't resist to have a go at the racket. And there's Shane ducks under that and heads straight for the goalpost. Rack another one up there for Tansey too. That might even him up. So they're 9 apiece. I think that's even him up there. Bit of patience pays off there. Shane waited his time, bided his time, and eventually young Blake took the swing at him. He was able to duck around that and get straight to the goalpost. Umpire Johnson lining them up on the near side of the field, happy with it, and snapped out of the front there. Shane Gerke had it, number 2, and James Green still got it. Still got to get it very close to the sideline. And that'll be time, ladies and gentlemen. That'll be time. Time at the end of the third. And it's 9 apiece. 9 apiece at the end of the third. So these two sections won't see each other again. That's the end of the game for them. And they're doing the obligatory handshakes and thanking the umpires for their job. And I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all the umpires for the work they've done here on the weekend. We cannot conduct this sport without the umpiring, and they've become very professional over the years. They do a lot of training to get to where they're at. We've got state-level umpires in most clubs, and they do a great job, and we really appreciate what they're doing. And anybody who's thinking about doing an umpiring job, please give it considerable thought and have a go at it. It can be very rewarding. It might test you at times, but really it's worth the effort for doing it, and it'll help us with this sport no end, because it's difficult, as you might have heard, it's difficult trying to get umpires to get to fields. The more we have, the less hold-ups there'll be in our game. So any of you young people who want to have a go at umpiring, I can recommend it. So if there's an opportunity to do some training, please do so, and get yourself a ticket so that you can help umpire and help progress this game forward. Rightio, second sections. First sections have retired and the second sections are back out on the field. This will be the final chucker. Umpire Johnson calls for time on. Ball's in the middle of the ruck. It's on the deck. Could be anybody's. Looks like it might have been Aaron Salito's, but he's got it out the back there. Justin Hafey. There it is, goal time. Combination of Justin Hafey and Trent Collins. They played a lot of pole across together. They know each other's moves, and just come second nature to them as they work together, trying to get down and get these goals scored. Umpire Shepherd happy with the line out there now. Little snap out of the middle, but he was unloaded. Unloaded there by Trent Collins. Little snap back to Justin Hafey. Here they are, the combination again. Justin Hafey, Trent Collins. Straight across into Trent's waiting racket. Heads for the goalpost. Rack another quick one up there, Tansey. 1. So that gives them a couple of points now. $11 points plays 9. 11 points plays 9. As umpire Johnson lines them up on the near side of the field. Wanting to get a nice straight line. Happy with it now. Went in amongst the twos and was deflected down onto the ground. But once again, the combination of Trent Collins, Justin Hafey, head down towards that goal there. A little pass straight back across the Trent's waiting racket. He juggled it, got through the racket, straight for the goalpost. Another quick one there. Tansey 1. Pushing them out to 12, plays 9. Sneaky little lead there. Handy lead to be going into the last chukker. Been a great competition though, just the same. Certainly, even if the Tansey 1 side do beat the Tansey 2 side, they've done a great job. Trent Collins, Dan Hafey and Justin Hafey, with Aaron Salado, Franklin Bettridge and Nathan Jones. Rightio, ball straight out over the side, so umpire Cameron calls him into the line again, and first on it will be Grant Wells. But anyhow, unfortunately, it's been still on the deck. Looks like it might be Trent Collins again. He'll probably be looking to Dan Hafey this time. He passed the ball across to Dan Hafey. Little lob back into his own racket, head straight for the goalpost. There's another one. Tansey 1. Just increasing that lead a little bit more. 4 ahead, I think, now. Only 4 in it. Umpire Johnson calling them to the near side of the field. Okay. We're trying to straighten these threes up. The horses are jockeying for position out there. It's a great battle at the back of the lineup. Justin Hafey and Nathan Jones. Great battle in the middle with Franklin Bettridge and Dan Hafey, and great battle up the front too with Trent Collins and Aaron Salado. Passes on, a little backhanded pass there from Dan Hafey straight in the waiting racket there at Trent Collins. For the goalpost he goes, and another one up there. Tansey 1. Umpire Shepherd taking them across to the far side of the field. Jockeying for position there, those number 3s at the back of the line, and straight out down the tunnel it goes, and out to the number 3s, and Justin Hafey's got it. Looks around, and of course, Trent Collins is right where he wants him. Little ball across to him as they go over the line, straight through the goalpost. It goes. Another one there, Tansey 1. Tansey 1, be about 15 plays 9, I think. 15 plays 9. Official score 15-9 at this stage. The dying stages of chukker 4. Ball straight in the middle of the ruck, and out the back it goes. First on it will be Justin Hafey. Unfortunately, he's ridden over it. It's on the deck. Could be anybody's at this stage. Looks like it might be Trent Collins, but he's passed it back to Justin Hafey. Trent Collins, Justin Hafey. Justin jockeying for position down here, looking for the best way to get out of the pack. He sees a bit of open space in front of him. Trent's watching, knows where he should be. Job's on. Little pass across to Trent Collins. Whistle's on. There might have been a little bit of interference there. Nathan Jones maybe a little bit too enthusiastic. Trent goes for one up over the top, and there's another one. Tansey 1. Pushes them out to 16. Righto, umpire Shepherd taking them across to the far side of the field. Happy with the line out and the ball's in. Okay, Nathan Jones carrying the ball there now. Nathan, the number 3 on the Tansey 2 section. Gets that little buckskin headed straight down towards the goal there. Looking for his number 1 and Aaron Salado. Passes on. Unfortunately, was unable to get it in the first instance. So on the deck, could be anybody's as they battle for it. I see the rackets flying around up there. Not sure who's got a racket and who hasn't. Hard to reach that ball without one. Time off. It's time anyway. Time is up. That's it. That's the end. Finito. Great display of polocross out here. Shame everybody ended up playing without any rackets, but that's the way it goes. Okay, so 16-9. 16-9 it is, the official score there. Tansey 1, winners over Tansey 2, 16-9. But a great display of polocross, nevertheless. And thank you very much to the umpires. Great game and great to see. So we'll get underway with these presentations as soon as we possibly can, and hopefully you'll all be able to make your way home safely. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. We've had a great round of polo cross here this weekend. Some wonderful teams, and people have travelled from long distances just to be here and play. We've had some players up from South Australia, a development team from there. We'd like to thank them for making the journey up here. It's been great for them, a great experience for them, and it's been a wonderful weekend and great sportsmanship and horsemanship showing out here in this game of polo cross. And we're about to close down now with the live streaming, and we'll be finishing up the polo cross with our presentations over in the canteen. Thank you very much.